Hey you, welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
I'm wife.
And together we're reading the Bible.
Starting with Genesis and eventually ending with Revelations, we're working through every book and offering our atheist 2 cents.
Or shekels.
Yeah, those. We're asking questions and pointing out all the nonsense.
We aren't academics or scholars.
Nope. In fact, when it comes to religion, we really don't know anything at all.
What we've learned so far is that God's a dick.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? If you're interested in how we reached this startling conclusion, maybe start from episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in anywhere. It's all good.
Yep.
Hey wife, we just got a new sponsor. It's Anchor. They must think we're doing something right because they picked us back up.
That's amazing! Want to hear something even more amazing?
Yeah?
I actually know what they are.
You are full of shit. I'm calling your bluff. Tell me about Anchor.
Okay, so Anchor by Spotify is the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place.
I'm actually surprised you knew that, but did you also know that Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer?
Yes, because I see you do that on your phone all the time and it looks pretty simple.
It really is, and when hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
But I use CastBox.
Yeah, darling, I know you like CastBox. It gets distributed there too, and lots of other platforms as well.
And how much are we paying for this awesome service?
Absolutely nothing.
Coolio! So then we should tell people to download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started?
Yep, do it now.
Husband,
Wife.
do you remember what happened last time?
Well, last time we had our bonus 50th episode, which was on Tuesday.
Right.
And before that, I have no fucking clue.
Well, what happened was we talked about some things.
Did we talk about some things? Boy, you really got this down.
Yeah. Aaron and his sons were consecrated, and they got some more prizes for being who they are and stealing more food from.
Oh, that's
the
right.
Offerings.
We're in Leviticus, and they're talking about offerings, and they finally talked about like what their place in it was, or something, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Or something.
It was Leviticus chapters 7 and 8, and that's pretty much.
I don't know, this whole burnt offering and Aaron and his sons is just kind of boring to me a little bit.
Apology offerings.
I'm like,
stupid
dudes,
offering.
Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Exactly.
I mean, hopefully it gets better.
Right. So this time
I had somebody tell me on Twitter that, we should be reading from the New Testament because that's what applies. That the Old Testament is all about dead people.
Because the New Testament is what, about living people?
That's what I asked him, but he never answered me, so I don't know.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And if that's true, then how come Christians are always quoting from both books willy-nilly as long as
It's true.
proves their point in the moment?
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of baffled by that question myself.
Well, I'm reading the whole fucking thing, but right now we're just going to read Leviticus chapters 9 and 10.
Sounds great. Oh, housekeeping. Check out our website, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Check us out on our social platforms. We now have Twitter, obviously. That's always been there. We've got Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook now.
And Instagram? Oh,
yeah,
you said that,
I said that.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't listen very well.
I don't care very much.
But anyway, go join us on those things because it's cool.
Yeah.
And let's go ahead and get started.
Okay.
Hey, wife.
Yes, husband.
Did you know that we are now on Patreon?
Yes, because you told me, but also, no, tell me more.
So we're on Patreon now.
Are we?
We are, and our supporters can go there and support us, and we have multiple levels all the way up to You Killed God.
That sounds really drastic and escalated quickly-ish.
Well, no, there's multiple levels before there, so it escalates on a sliding scale of, cheap to not cheap. Oh. But, we can definitely use any amount. So, like, any support is always appreciated.
So, what exactly is Patreon?
It's a place where you can show your support for our podcast. And
just our podcast?
Any podcast or any performer. But, we're the ones that, you're listening to right now. So maybe you should, support us. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. But we love you anyway.
So all you got to do is go to Patreon, look up Sacrilegious Discourse. It's actually patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse is our actual main page there. So head on over and send us some love.
Yeah. Okay. So here we are, Leviticus. Chapter 9.
Awesome.
Aaron offers sacrifices.
More sacrifices.
But this time it's Aaron doing it, apparently.
Okay.
After the ordination ceremony, on the 8th day, Moses called together Aaron and his sons and the elders of Israel. I wonder what's special about the 8th day.
It's the day after the 7th day.
And so?
And that comes after the 6th day.
You're an idiot. He said to Aaron, Moses said to Aaron, take a young bull for a sin offering and a ram for a burnt offering, both without defects, and present them to the Lord. Then tell the Israelites, take a male goat for a sin offering and take a calf and a lamb, both a year old and without defects, for a burnt offering. Also take a bull and a ram for a peace offering and flour moistened with olive oil for a grain offering.
What the hell? Why are they doing... They're just like, let's do all the offerings.
Yeah. It's a veritable cornucopia of offerings.
Let's just do them all.
Present all these offerings to the Lord, because the Lord will appear to you today.
Ooh, he's going to show up, huh?
Day 8 is great.
That's awesome.
So the people presented all these things at the entrance of the tabernacle, just as Moses had commanded. Then the whole community came forward and stood before the Lord. And Moses said, this is what the Lord has commanded you to do, so that the glory of the Lord may appear to you.
So is the Lord going to appear to everybody?
Well, what I want to know is, but he'll only come if you bribe him with all of these dead animals.
Right.
And flour.
Yeah. Grain.
Then Moses said to Aaron, come to the altar and sacrifice your sin offering and your burnt offering to purify yourself and the people. Then present the offerings to the people to purify them, making them right with the Lord, just as he has commanded. So Aaron went to the altar and slaughtered the calf as a sin offering for himself. His sons brought him the blood, and he dipped his finger in it and put it on the horns of the altar. So pagan.
Because you do that,
So pagan. He poured out the rest of the blood at the base of the altar. Then he burned on the altar. Then he burned on the altar the fat, the kidneys, and...
the long lobe of the liver?
The long lobe of the liver.
I knew that was coming.
From the sin offering, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. The meat and the hide, however, he burned outside the camp. Next, Aaron slaughtered the animal for the burnt offering. The word slaughter it never sounds good.
No.
Even in a biblical context.
Definitely not.
It's just not a nice word.
No.
Slaughter.
Yeah.
He slaughtered them.
Yeah, it's pretty bad connotation with that.
Right?
Yep.
His sons brought him the blood and he splattered it against all sides of the altar.
Okay.
Then they handed him each piece of the burnt offering, including the head, and he burned them on the altar. Then he washed the internal organs and the legs and burned them on the altar along with the rest of the burnt offering.
I mean, being a priest sounds a lot like being like a slaughterhouse
a butcher.
person. Yeah, a butcher.
The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker.
Only less clean because you splatter the blood everywhere.
Right.
Okay.
That would never pass a health inspection today. Next, Aaron presented the offerings of the people. He slaughtered the people's goat. I'm having a hard time reading today.
That
I apologize.
Sucks. Yeah.
I'm tripping over
simple
words.
That's right.
Next, Aaron presented the offerings of the people. He slaughtered the people's goat and presented it as an offering for their sin, just as he had first done with the offering for his own sin.
I need to make a shirt that says the people's goat.
The people's goat. Yeah. What particular sin? Just, being alive?
I don't know. I mean, seems like this is just like a party they're planning.
Just in case.
The
blank
party
check.
Don't stop till the goat dies. I don't know. That was going to go somewhere really cool with that, but then I sucked.
But you don't cool. So.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Then he presented the burnt offering and sacrificed it in the prescribed way. The prescribed way.
Well, I mean, they gave us all those fucking instructions, so yeah.
So they're like, in all those ways we said 30 times, and we're not going to say them a 31st.
Right, because, yeah.
Yeah. We're repetitive,
Whatever.
But we're not
Not that repetitive. Why would we say it again? Jesus.
Right?
Think we're that bad?
Yeah, and you know what?
I do.
We are. We are that bad.
Right?
He also presented the grain offering, burning a handful of the flour mixture on the altar, in addition to the regular burnt offering for the morning. Then Aaron slaughtered the bull and the ram for the people's peace offering. His sons brought him the blood, and he splattered it against all sides of the altar. Then he took the fat of the bull and the ram, the fat of the broad tail, and from around the internal organs, along with the kidneys and
the long lobe of the liver.
The long lobes of the liver. He placed these fat portions on top of the breasts of these animals and burned them on the altar. Aaron then lifted up the breasts and right thighs, just the right ones, as a special offering to the Lord, just as Moses had commanded them. So he lifted them up and was like, "Here go."
I don't know why, but as you're reading this, like, Beavis and Butthead comes into my mind. Burn! So I'm like, I don't know why. It just, that's what happened in my head just then, so.
After that, Aaron raised his hands toward the people and blessed them. You are blessed, yo. Then, after presenting the sin offering, the burnt offering, and the peace offering, he stepped down from the altar. How many offerings are there again now? He just named 3.
Maybe that's, whatever. Sounds good. Sure.
Then Moses and Aaron went into the tabernacle, and when they came back out, they blessed the people again, and the glory of the Lord appeared to the whole community.
The glory of the Lord.
The glory of the Lord.
I thought the Lord was going to be there, but it's
just
glory of the Lord.
Just the glory.
What does that mean exactly?
Well,
Is that like a nice sunset, or is that like...
I know in...
a cloud shaped like God.
Shut up. Sorry. I know in Supernatural, the angels have grace.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the grace and not the glory. Maybe the glory and the grace. Maybe it's a bright light. Maybe...
I don't know, but like sometimes, like you're not allowed to look at the Lord because remember, like Moses had to like fucking hide from him because it was too much to look at, right? And so the glory of the Lord shows up for all the people, which obviously can't be the Lord because you can't look at the Lord.
Right.
So what the fuck is the glory of the Lord?
Just a light.
So just like his dick or something, or
that is so ugly. I don't think that was nice. I do not think that the Lord's glory is his dick.
Okay. I mean, I didn't think so, but I mean,
I just think it's probably just a light or a mood or a rainbow or a cloud.
Okay.
Maybe a burning bush or something.
Right. Okay.
Fire blazed forth from the Lord's presence. Oh, all we had to do was listen.
Oh, yeah.
And consumed the burnt offering and the fat on the altar. When the people saw this, they shouted with joy and fell face down on the ground. The end.
You don't think it was just like gasoline they poured on it from behind?
Did they have gasoline back then?
They had something. They had magnesium or something that would like spark up the flames, I'm sure.
Spark up the flames.
Yeah, there's got to be something they could have used to like put on a show,
So
they got to keep those fucking donations rolling in, so.
So you're standing there and you're like, okay, we did all of our killing of the animals, and then all of a sudden the animals burst into flames from the glory of the Lord.
Yeah.
Do you lose your shit? Do you go, whoa, what?
I mean, what do you mean they burst into flames? Like
they burst into flames. The Lord's glory made them burst into flames.
I don't think I lose my shit because I figure there's some trick to it.
Well, okay, like David Blaine, the magician guy.
Yeah. Right.
Like that it's all
a trick.
A trick.
Yeah.
Right. It's not real magic.
Right.
But even so, he's in front of you doing something awesome. Aren't you still a little bit like, whoa, that's cool? However you pulled that off, you're good.
And I want to know exactly how he did it. So, like, when the burnt offerings got done, I'd be like, wow, how did you guys do that? And then I'd get killed because they'd be like, you're blasphemous and fuck you.
It wasn't us. It was the Lord, asshole. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, though. Like,
I wouldn't have made it back in those times. Yeah.
No, you wouldn't have. I wouldn't have either.
They'd have killed me.
They'd have killed me. And it would have been because I didn't feel like washing dishes.
Or blood.
Or blood, yeah. That's just grossness.
All right, we ready to head on to the next chapter?
Yeah, chapter 10.
All right, see you guys in a second.
Yep. Ooh, I accidentally read the first couple sentences in the next section. It's going to take a dark turn.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like dark turns. No, I don't like dark turns, but they're more fun to talk about.
Right. Chapter 10, the sin of Nadab and Abihu.
Ooh, we got a story.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ready?
Yeah.
This is going to get your goat. Ready?
Again, the people's goat?
Your goat.
My goat.
Yeah. Aaron's sons, Nadab and Abihu, put coals of fire in their incense burners and sprinkled incense over them. In this way, they disobeyed the Lord by burning before him the wrong kind of fire. Different.
Oh my God, not the wrong kind of fire.
Different than he had commanded. Okay,
Holy
ready?
Holy shit, what are they thinking?
Hold on to your butts. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So fire blazed forth from the Lord's presence and burned them the fuck up, and they died there before the Lord.
Oh my God.
Right?
Aaron's sons?
Yeah.
The ones that were supposed to be the priests, that their descendants were supposed to be priests?
Yep.
That, like...
Yep, those two guys.
Kind of fucked that whole thing up, didn't it?
They burned the wrong fire, and God said, nope.
Jesus Christ.
He shot him with his finger gun.
Dude, like... That's not even cool.
Right? I told you.
What the fuck?
I read that and I was
just
holy shit.
Wrong fire. Fuck you guys. Die.
Right? Could you imagine?
What the hell?
Yeah, we would never have made it back then.
No. Well, wait. But Aaron made a fucking golden idol, or golden calf.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
that was fine.
They never even brought it up again. They're like, oh, just forget about that.
Yeah, whatever.
We killed 3,000 people because of it, but you're fine.
Yeah,
you're good.
Whatever.
But your sons, they burned the wrong fucking fire. They're dead.
They're dead.
They're fucking dead.
They're fucking dead. Yeah.
Piss on their graves.
Or don't. Let them burn.
Yeah, let them burn.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
That's rough.
It was kind of scary,
I kind of feel bad for Aaron a little bit.
I feel sorry for his kids.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being the one that didn't do the fire wrong? Like...
Do you ever wonder if maybe just Moses was like possibly a serial killer?
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
I really do.
I think that might be closer to the truth.
He was our first Jack the Ripper.
Right? I mean, he's involved in way too many killings, you know?
It's true.
And deaths and things.
It's true. He is... Oh, I don't know. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Then Moses said to Aaron, "This is what the Lord meant when he said, I will display my holiness through those that come near me. I will display my glory before all the people."
Wait. His holiness and his glory is roasting people alive.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
What a cool dude.
What a cool
dude.
Praise his name.
Yeah. He's praised something. Jesus. What?
And Aaron was silent.
Yeah.
I bet he was.
Like your fucking sons just burn up.
What do you say?
And Moses is going to have your ass killed if you speak up about it, because you know you already did that golden calf thing, and now your son's burnt the wrong fucking fire.
Moses has Aaron by the short and curlies. I could tell you that much.
God.
That just killed me. That's probably my favorite line of the whole Bible. And Aaron was silent.
Well, yeah.
Then Moses called for Mishael and Elzaphan, Aaron's cousins, the sons of Aaron's uncle Uzziel. He said to them, "Come forward and carry away the body of your relatives from in front of the sanctuary to a place outside the camp." He was like, "Come get this shit and tow it away, bitches."
Yeah.
So they came forward and picked them up by their garments and carried them out of camp, just as Moses had commanded. Then Moses said to Aaron and his sons Eleazar and Ithamar, "Do not show grief by leaving your hair uncombed or by tearing your clothes. If you do, you will die, and the Lord's anger will strike the whole community of Israel."
If they grieve for... those are his brothers. They're brothers that just died, right?
Yeah.
And Aaron.
Yeah.
And if they show grief in any way, whatever, he's going to kill them and the rest of the community too.
Yeah. Don't you cry over those dead boys.
I have people... I'm sorry, but just hang on a second. Because
okay.
I literally today was arguing with people on Twitter about how God is this wonderful thing that, treats people so well. And I'm like, no, he's a fucking dick. And they're like, you need to read the New Testament. I'm like, he's still the same fucking God.
Yeah.
No, that is shit.
That is shit.
That is a petty bunch of shit, and fuck that.
He is murderous and gross. He's gross.
I'm sorry. You can't... if you want to forget about the Old Testament, then don't attach it to the New Testament.
Right.
That you should pretend that this thing never fucking existed.
Because it's gross.
If that's the case.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we can find just as many problems in the New Testament as we can here.
But we're not there yet.
We're not there yet, but still.
This is gross.
This is horrible.
Yeah.
Like, what in the everlasting hell is this?
This makes me angry because I have grieved for people who died that I've never even met, that I don't know.
Right.
I've grieved for people that I have met, but that I didn't really like that well. You know?
Yeah.
I've grieved, and it's not a thing that you choose to do. It is a feeling that you have, and it just happens. And to not be allowed to show it, and this is your fucking brother you're not allowed to grieve for.
Right. No, that's dumb.
That's some serious mental health issues.
I mean, this...
At the least, you know?
Well, this guy is he's got a God complex.
Yeah. That God, he's got a real God complex. All right, here we go. However, the rest of the Israelites, your relatives, may mourn because of the Lord's fiery destruction of Nadab and Abihu. Everybody but his brothers.
What? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
But you must not leave the entrance of the tabernacle, or you will die. Jesus. For you have been anointed with the Lord's anointing oil. So they did as Moses commanded. Are you fucking kidding me? I think Moses really has it in for Aaron and his sons.
I mean, that's the way it feels,
right?
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. This is gross. I'm appalled. I love it when I come across something that I didn't know was part of the Bible, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's such bullshit.
Because I already thought the Bible was bullshit, and then I read these things, and I'm like, it's worse than I thought.
It's not like I was on Aaron's son's side to begin with, but like he just killed him for something really stupid.
Yeah.
And then made stupid rules after the fact about grieving for their deaths.
You can cry, but you can't.
Right.
What? Then the Lord said to Aaron, you and your descendants must never drink wine or any other alcoholic drink before going into the tabernacle. If you do, you will die. This is a permanent law for generation. Oh, sorry. This is a permanent law for you, and it must be observed from generation to generation.
We should see if anybody has died recently walking into a church.
Right?
And, be like, did they have wine before they walked in?
Yeah.
They must have been a descendant of Aaron.
Well, my parents weren't going to want to come to our wedding because there was going to be alcohol there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But at the same time, they're like, but the Old Testament doesn't count. What? I could see why you wouldn't want to count it.
Right,
but
yeah, no doubt.
You just pick a few vague rules and decide those are the ones you're going to stick with.
But I'm sorry, you can't tell me that this is the God.
Yeah.
This is Yahweh. This is the Lord.
The one.
And then say, oh, you know what? Even though it's the same book, the Bible.
Right.
Granted, Old Testament, New Testament, but the Bible, you can't tell me, oh, just forget all that and go with this part forward.
He was a different God back
then.
then.
Skip chapters 1 through whatever and just move to the good part, okay?
Yeah. The part where he sent Jesus down.
Yeah. You got to forget about all that shit that happened before.
Jesus, that God was such an asshole, but
he was younger then. He's a different person now.
He really chilled out once he had kids.
He's really taken on a new
once he
turned a new leaf.
Raped a virgin and put his seed inside her and forced her to have a baby by him.
Yeah, just forget any of that stuff happened.
Yeah.
Except for some of the stuff, because we want you to remember some of that stuff.
Definitely the anti-gay things.
Definitely that. Yeah, you got to remember that part.
And also the don't drink.
Right.
But only sometimes.
And the 10 Commandments are very important.
Yeah.
Even though we're supposed to forget all this stuff that's back here. So I need to know exactly which parts we're supposed to forget and which parts we're not.
I need a list.
I need
it spelled out.
Yeah.
Seriously. Because, you know why? Because I am stupid. That's why.
Sure.
I am stupid. I need a list.
Yeah.
Which parts of the Old Testament am I to disregard? Which parts am I to retain? And an explanation, please, of why. I am stupid. It's on me, bruh. It's on me. I would really like somebody to do that for me.
Agreed.
challenge.
Yeah.
Any of you listening would like to, hold my beer? I'll hold your beer.
Yeah,
take the challenge.
Come visit us on Twitter. Let us know.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to know.
Let me know. I need to know because right now as it stands, I'm very confused.
Which parts are we supposed to take? Which ones aren't we?
Yeah. And why? Why is very important.
Right.
That's the important part to me.
Yeah, definitely.
You must distinguish between what is sacred and what is common, between what is ceremonial unclean and what is clean. And you must teach the Israelites all the decrees that the Lord has given them through Moses. Then Moses said to Aaron and his remaining sons, Eleazar and Ithamar, take what is left of the grain offering after a portion has been presented as a special gift to the Lord and eat it beside the altar. Make sure it contains no yeast, for it is most holy. You must eat it in a sacred place, for it has been given to you and your descendants as your portion of the special gifts presented to the Lord.
He literally just told him to eat it beside the altar, and then he said eat it in someplace most holy.
Yeah.
So apparently that's the place.
Yeah.
They say stuff that's not important.
Yeah. These are the commands I have been given. But the breast and thigh that were lifted up as a special offering may be eaten in any place that is ceremonially clean.
Okay.
Any place that's clean. Any place. These parts have been given to you and your descendants as your portion of the peace offerings presented by the people of Israel. Stop fucking crying and eat your goddamn breast. You must lift up the thigh and breast as a special offering to the Lord, along with the fat of the special gifts. These parts will belong to you and your descendants as your permanent right, just as the Lord has commanded. Moses then asked them what had happened to the goat of the sin offering. When he discovered it had been burned up, he became very angry.
Oh, God.
With Eleazar and Ithamar, Aaron's remaining sons.
Oh, shit.
Why didn't you eat the sin offering in the sacred area? He demanded. It is a holy offering. The Lord has given it to you to remove the guilt of the community and to purify the people, making them right with the Lord. Ugh. Since the animal's blood was not brought into the holy place, you should have eaten the meat in the sacred area as I ordered you.
I mean, it wasn't confusing at all those instructions, but hey,
Then Aaron answered Moses, today my sons presented both their sin offering and their burnt offering to the Lord, and yet this tragedy has happened to me. If I had eaten the people's sin offering on such a tragic day as this, would the Lord have been pleased? And when Moses heard this, he was satisfied. The end.
Wait, I have to ask. It sounded like God was angry, but then it turns out it was just Moses that was angry.
Yeah, no, it was Moses saying all this stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, Moses was like, the Lord wants you to do these things.
So he was a crazy motherfucker.
He was a crazy motherfucker.
And he was out there just like deciding who dies and who lives.
Arbitrary bullshit. And then passing it off as God's will.
Wow.
And then,
so essentially he was just a fucking psychopath.
And Aaron was like, my sons died today, but then my other sons did this, and I felt like God might be pissed off if I ate it today of all days, so I didn't. But you're totally right, crazy brother. You're right. And then Moses was like, all right, I'll let it pass.
But if God speaks through Moses, right, or whatever the case may be, but essentially Moses is speaking for God, essentially, right? Mm-hmm. How can Moses be wrong?
Well, that is a good question that I cannot answer because I don't believe in this shit.
Right, but I'm just saying in the context of what they give us, how can Moses be wrong? Like, they probably should have died for that fuck up.
Yeah.
Because it was a fuck up.
It was, but Aaron said the right things to placate his psychopath brother, and Moses was
So we're just going to go with the fact that Moses is a goddamn psychopath.
Yeah, he's a psychopath, clearly.
Right.
Because it didn't say that God was pleased and satisfied. It said that Moses was satisfied.
Yeah, that's interesting phrasing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Moses is fucking crazy.
There is no God. Moses made all of this up, and he was a fucking
Well, you remember
psychopath.
Moses is the one that murdered this 3,000 people after they built the fucking golden calf and shit.
He came down from the mountain and was like, gold? Are you kidding me? I'm up here sweating my balls off, climbing up and down the fucking mountain, and you guys are down here fiddling with gold? That's it. Kill each other. And they did.
Moses was just nuts.
He was nuts.
All right.
He was flat out cray-cray.
Yeah, that's my take on this. All right. Well, do we have anything else, or
no? That was
any other insights on our crazy friend Moses?
That was the end of chapter 10. So we'll find out what happens next in Leviticus chapters 11 and 12 next week.
Sounds great. We'll see you guys then.
Bye. Husband.
Wife.
Can I say the things now?
Yes.
Okay. So you had a list of items that you wanted people to check out?
Yeah, definitely. Make sure you check us out on Twitter. We are there under the handle sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'd have gone with that.
Yep.
We also would love to get emails from you because we love hate mail, fan mail, the whole 9 yards there. That email address is sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. And we are now on YouTube. And if you are listening to us on YouTube, you're going to be running a little bit behind what our schedule is for our podcast because you're going to be hearing stuff from 2 months before if you are caught up.
You're in the past.
You're in the past. So you should join us on our podcasting apps that are available. So like you can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify.
I'm on Castbox.
Yeah, my wife's special. She's on Castbox.
I like Castbox.
And then on any of the things that you're on, we always would love it if you would like and subscribe. That helps us out so much. So
yeah, do those things.
Do those things, and we will see you guys next week.
Sure we will. It's on Thursdays.
Yeah, that.
Okay, bye.